All right, let's jump into it. This mod is 3 Aperture rules, and it's about aperture dimensions for optimal stencil printing. Here's a look at the outline for this module. We'll start out by identifying different aperture dimensions that are present on a stencil. Then we'll take a look at the 2 dimensions used in the aspect ratio rule. Next, we'll get to know the area ratio rule, which uses all the dimensions of an aperture as well as the area of the pad beneath it. After that, we'll consider the size of metal balls and solder paste in order to establish the 5-ball rule. Finally, we'll go through a summary of these 3 rules that are used for guiding us towards better stencil printing. We're doing this for a reason, because when we're done, you want to be able to do certain things. When you're done with sections 1 and 2, you should be able to name the 3 dimensions of a rectangular stencil aperture. Given those 3 dimensions, you should be able to identify the 2 dimensions used in the aspect ratio. After that, you should be ready to calculate the aspect ratio for a rectangular stencil aperture. When you complete section 3, you should be able to describe the area ratio rule in words. For example, a good description might be this divided by that. Then you'll want to calculate the area ratio for a rectangular stencil aperture and apply the rule. After completing section 4, you should be able to state the 5-ball rule in words. And once you have the maximum ball sizes for types 3, 4, and 5 solder paste, you should be able to tabulate the minimum aperture widths for each of these solder types using the 5-ball rule. And finally, after the summary section, you should be able to name the 3 aperture rules.